race you there! You can't keep up with me! Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber. A reward on the road. the show begins.
This looks to be the place. But it seems our timing...
Oh, if the Hilly Churls are not around, does that mean you can't get any source material?
Not necessarily. Look at all the things they left here. Miss, why don't you use your great sword to clean the place up?
Cleaning up? Well, that shouldn't be too difficult. But the Hilly Churls could return at any moment. Mr. Tian, please find a safe location.
Okay. The knight's meticulous mind attended to each and every detail of her duty with the utmost care and attention. This is good. I can work with this very knightly.
Oh, you're taking notes already? Cleaning up a camp. I guess I do this kind of thing all the time. So it should be okay to include in your book.
Wonderful! I'll call this one the Indomitable Sword of Favonius.
Someone needs assistance. I'll race you there.
This looks to be the place.
Cleaning up a camp. I guess I do this kind of thing all the time. So it should be okay to...
Wonderful! I'll call this one the Indomitable Sword of Favonius.
Oh no! The Hilly Churls are back! Mr. Tian, please, be careful!
Sensational! I will call that one the Impregnable Shield of Chivalry. Yes, it's coming to me now. With the prescience of a prophet, the knight foresaw the precise moment of the Hilly Churl's return, and promptly warned the commoners to take cover. Now she stood alone, as she drew her sword and strode forward to confront the enemy. Oh, this is all great material. It's just a pity that the only enemies are these hilly churls. It needs a little more oomph. I've got it. Would the two of you be able to give me some kind of mementos?
Mementos?
That's right, mementos. Though the story is a work of fiction, the more real it feels, the more engaging it will be. Some sort of battle trophy to display before the audience, would really seal the deal.
Okay, so something like a hilly churl mask or an arrowhead?
If it's all the same to you, I was thinking more along the lines of, well, maybe a component from that ruin god. Yes, you've got it. You really understand where I'm coming from. I've heard that there's a very common component in ruin guards called the, chaos device? I should write down my new ideas before I forget them. Just hand the chaos device to me once you've managed to obtain it. If you could hand me that chaos device... Oh, such mighty power, so battered and bruised. I just need to embellish it a little further and this will be perfect.
Embellish it? Even further? Well, as long as I have been able to help you with your creative process.
Of course you have. Okay, I know where I'm going with this story now. I need to get back and start writing. Oh, and if the two of you have any free time later, stop by Third Round Knockout and you can hear me tell my new story.
Oh, I wonder how Mr. Tian's story will turn out in the end. For some reason, I have a bad feeling about it. Why don't we go back to Liyue Harbor and listen for ourselves?
With a roar like thunder, iron clashed with iron. Then 4 gigantic fists came pounding into the ground with a force beyond what could be put into words. So colossal was their weight, and so earth-shattering their impact. Such unthinkable power could easily cleave a stone peak right off the top of a mountain. Any ordinary human would either be torn to pieces in an instant, or at the very least, suffer indescribable injuries. But not so the knight from beyond the border. She did not flinch in the face of the flying iron fists, but sank instead into a low, fighting stance. And with one swift sweep of her sword, the clash of metal erupted once more as dust billowed all around. Moments later, there was a deep and dull thud as the dust dispersed to reveal 2 pairs of iron claws lying lifeless on the ground. Such is the awesome power of the impregnable shield of chivalry, an esoteric martial technique practiced exclusively by the Knights of Mondstadt. The knight barely had time to catch her breath before a dark shadow leaped up before her into the sky, blotting out the sun and turning day into night. It was a ruin hunter, but she was no ordinary knight, and in her heart she declared, "I have nothing to fear." With an almighty battle cry, she unleashed the indomitable sword of Favonius. Beams of golden light shone out in all directions. A gust of wind raced through the battlefield. Sparks flew and debris fell.
One knight against 2 ruin guards and a ruin hunter? Surely that must be an exaggeration.
I suppose these stories are supposed to be taken with a grain of salt.
Is this about me? What is he talking about? Oh no, this won't do. I must ask him to rewrite the story.
Hard to believe? Then feast your eyes on this. This is solid proof of the Maid Knight's journey to Liyue. A fragment of a ruin god's armor, cut from its carcass by a blow of her blade in the midst of her death-defying battle.
That is part of a ruin guard. A friend of a relative in the Millelith told me about these. Whoa.
It's real, all right. Look at the cuts on it. Fresh from the battlefield.
I must explain to Mr. Tien. Honesty, modesty. These are the virtues cherished by the knights.
Hey, will you look at that? That girl over there looks uncannily similar to the knight from the story.
Oh, I'd say more than just similar. She's the spitting image. Oh, should we get an autograph? Oh, it's definitely her. The legendary Maid Knight.
Huh? Oh, okay.
And so, the knight went west from Stone Gate with her sword in hand and scaled the mountains of a vast new land. A legend from the moment she set foot in Liyue. Tales of the adventures of the Maid Knight would be talked about for hundreds of generations. Stay tuned for the next chapter.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
A thesis on chivalry. Favonius so much to learn before the exam. Oh, honorary knight. I don't? I'm sorry to make you worry on my account. I've been busy preparing for my exam. Other than for work and training, I've barely left the library. The exam is drawing nearer and nearer, but there just seems... Right. The knight, even though I've already worked for the knights as a maid for some... It's just that I've failed several times in the past. Study, buddy. No, That won't be necessary. This is my exam, and I'm taking it to fulfill my dream. Any obstacles I face are mine to overcome. Plus, there is still some time to go before the exam arrives. Well, you're the honorary knight of Mondstadt. It won't do for... But on the day of the exam, based on the knight's schedule, But it's just half a year. Even though there is still some time, I've planned my schedule carefully. Well, there's always coffee if I feel sleep. No, I won't. I've made sure to allocate time for train. Did I get too worked up all of a sudden? No. I apologize for letting you... But every time I think of the exam, I get so... But in the end, I keep finding new ways in which I'm not prepared. And that makes me even... Oh, you mean studying isn't the only preparation I should be... Oh, if I don't overcome my fear of the exam, I will just repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Whenever I encounter something unexpected, I can't think straight. Take some more exams. But it's true that the more I study, the more unprepared I feel. It's inevitable, but if I can simulate the atmosphere of an exam, then I can learn how to cope with it. But where would I even go to take one? The Adventurers Guild? Now that you mention it, someone once invited me to join. Well, since it's recommended by the honorary knight, then I have to give it a try.
Astra Abyssosque. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. What kind of commission would you like to take on today? You wish to take an exam? Please wait while I verify your adventure record and the status of your recent commissions.
Sorry, Miss Catherine. Actually...
Oh, Noelle. You are finally ready to join the Adventurers Guild? Wonderful. I will process your application at once.
No. I just want to take an exam for the experience. Right now, I don't have any plan to become an adventurer. I'm sorry.
I see. What a pity. Our exams are only available to official members of the guild. The content of each exam is determined based on the adventurer's individual experience and commission status. As such, I am unfortunately unable to arrange for you to have an exam. However, since you just want to experience what an exam is like, perhaps you can talk to Cyrus, the branch master. As it happens, he has recently been working on a new entrance exam for the guild. It has not yet been approved for official use. Perhaps you could give it a trial run. Indeed. Although the entrance exam does have something to do with you joining the guild, you can ask Branchmaster Cyrus if you require more details. He should be at Angelshare right now drafting the syllabus. He said he gets more inspired when he's there. We don't yet know what's included in the syllabus. Others in the guild have produced several drafts, but all of them were rejected by Cyrus.
It sounds as if I'll have a good chance of running into something unexpected. Yes, let's! Oh, I wonder what will be on the exam.
Come take a look. It will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Today's recommendation is...
Bet you can't keep up with me! down. Bet you can't keep up with me.
Hunt down 3 ruin guards. Could it be a little too difficult? What am I thinking? The newcomers will run a mile. Hunt down 3 boars in the forest. Nay. Oh, it's you.
Hello, Mr. Cyrus. Are you working on the exam syllabus?
Don't get me started. Since the Travelers solved the Storm Terror crisis and became Mondstadt's hero, a whole load of young people got excited and decided to join the Adventurers Guild. But most of them have no experience at all. They can't even handle a single slime without getting all battered and bruised in the process. So some genius in the guild decided, why don't we make an entrance exam?
That sounds like a good idea, no? This way the adventurers won't get hurt so easily.
Yes, but if the exam is too difficult, no one will want to join. A few scrapes and bruises is nothing a strong will can't compensate for. Why doesn't anyone else in the guild understand this? Anyway, I already rejected 2 drafts, and now I'm working on a 3rd one myself. It's absolutely crucial that I get the difficulty level right. If only someone could give it a test run. At least then I could decide where the upper limit of difficulty should be.
Then, Mr. Cyrus, may I give it a try? I am very interested in experiencing the adventurer's entrance exam.
Oh? Noel, you mean you want to take the adventurer's entrance exam? Ha ha! That's fantastic! Well, if it's you, Noel, even with every challenge at the highest difficulty, you shouldn't have any problem at all.
Yes. Please make sure they are the most difficult.
Excellent! That's the spirit of a true adventurer. Now, let me explain the rules of the exam. First, since adventurers often work in groups, you are welcome to invite others to assist you during the exam. If the traveler is willing, please join Noel. Indeed. Second, there are 3 parts to the exam, which are basic knowledge, survival skills, and a combat exercise. You only need to pass 2 out of 3 parts to succeed in the exam. But of course, Noelle should find she has no trouble getting a perfect score. And finally, remember at all times that being an adventurer takes courage and resilience. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Ha ha! That's the spirit. Without further ado, let's start part 1. Basic knowledge. A true adventurer must be well-versed in all sorts of relevant knowledge to handle whatever may. I will ask you 3 questions. You may discuss question 1. An adventurer must be well acquainted with their environment to make sure they can obtain any resources they need. Tell me, which of the following local specialties of Mondstadt cannot be found near Wolvendom? Dandelion seeds, calla lilies, windwheel asters, or small lampgrass?
Wolvendom. I remember reading that there are wolf hooks everywhere, but the book made no specific mention of any other plants. No, I must approach this question differently. Is there anything here that requires specific environmental conditions in order to grow? Conditions that Wolvendom cannot provide?
Ooh, I'm afraid that's the wrong answer. On to question 2. An adventurer must always learn from their experience and keep track of everything they encounter. There is a famous adventurer who once went exploring all thanks to the notes he took of each location that he went. Young adventurers are now able to plan ahead and avoid the dangers there. What is the name of this adventurer?
Learning from experience, writing diaries. It seems like adventuring requires constant self-reflection, just like studying. Regarding this adventurer, I do believe I have read about him. He even made his mark on Dragonspine. Oh, yes, it must be him. Oh, what was his name?
Ooh, what a pity. You were so close, but last question. Let's have some fun with this one. The most terrifying domain for adventurers from Mondstadt. The infamous Windless Land. All that awaits you there is a sea of ashes and the deathly silence in the air.
A sea of ashes, a windless land.
Correct! Keep this name in mind. Are the questions too difficult? Never mind. Don't worry too much. This was just testing your rote learning ability anyway. It wouldn't be much practical help on an adventure. But be warned, things start to get a little tricky now. Go and prepare yourselves. Meet me at Good Hunter when you think...
Come in, take a seat. We have a few specials today at
Told you I'd win.
Okay, let's begin part 2 of the entrance.
Ready and willing, Mr.
Staying well fed and making sure to prepare sufficient food supply. That's why the second part of the exam is to prepare a food item fit for an emergency out in the wild. Firstly, the ingredients. Secondly, preparation and cooking must be. Thirdly, well, the food item in question must be able to help someone in dire. So go ahead, cook something full of passion and packed with flavor. Just
Simple ingredients, easy to cook, helps you rally. Honorary knight? Do you have any idea? Emergency food? Though I have never tried any, it doesn't sound like a specific dish. Let's think of something else. Mondstadt grilled fish. You have a point. Okay then. Once it's... We can always change our minds if we have a better idea.
Oh, you're ready to go? Don't be too hasty now. You still have... Oh, you're ready to go? Oh, you're ready to go? Oh, you're ready to go? you're ready to go? Oh, you're ready to go? Mondstadt grilled fish.
So? Mondstadt?
Well, the issue is, many people can't eat fish that hasn't been I, for one, am quite happy to eat it straight from the grill with no seasoning at all. But basically,
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. A thesis on chivalry. So much to learn before the... Oh! Honorary knight! Oh, thank you. I've been busy preparing for my exam. Oh. Oh. Whenever I encounter... Imagine myself passing the exam. What kind of knight? The knight that I want to be someday. Oh, that feels so far away that it's a little difficult to imagine. An outrider? I'm sure Amber would be happy to see the outriders grow as a team, but my strengths are not in scouting and luring the enemy. And I'm not as agile as Amber. I don't know if I would be of any assistance to her. However, I did once get Amber to teach me how to make Baron Bunnies. If I were to use Baron Bunny to lure the enemy away and protect my fellow knights, I suppose I could do it. I still have some of the materials we used when she taught me. There's just a few extra things I'd need. Making the stuffing requires pyroslime condensate, and the red dye used to grab the enemy's attention can be made from crushed valberries. It's just that dried valberries are not very suitable for making dye. I'll need to get some fresh ones from the Stormbearer Mountains. So, let's start by going to the Stormbearer Mountains. Yes, this should be plenty of valberries. Oh, pyroslimes. Perfect. They can provide us with another ingredient we need. condensate, crushed valberries. Good. Now I can start to make a Baron bunny. Through here. Conceal the stitch. Done. Far from it. I know it looks the part on the outside, but I still don't know if it will really work. There should be a hilly churl camp nearby. Let's place the Baron bunny there and try it out. The hilly churls are coming back. Let's see if the Baron bunny gets their attention. What's going on? They're completely ignoring the Baron. Bunny. They're coming this way. Watch out.
Hey!
Oh, it neither attracted their attention nor exploded. In the end, all I managed to recreate was the outward appearance. I suppose the conclusion is I can't become an outrider like Amber. Oh, maybe I'm not yet ready to carry out the work of a fully qualified knight. But I just can't think of what else I could do. Every time I've looked forward to passing the exam, I always ended up disappointed in the end. Whenever I remember that feeling of disappointment, I stop being able to think about what kind of knight I could become. Captain Kaya? Oh, no, Captain Kaya has his own way of thinking and planning. Well, sometimes I can barely understand it, and as for imitating it, I simply wouldn't know where to begin. Oh, so you mean I should focus on smaller steps in order to achieve a large... I suppose with smaller goals, I won't be disappointed day to day, since the larger goal is so high, in which case... Captain Kaya seems to be in the habit of fishing for information at Angel's Share. That's pretty small, and yet I heard that the reason we were able to arrest those treasure hoarders last time was thanks to Captain Kaya's intel. All right. I hope I can find some intel that proves useful to Mondstadt. You.
my.
Anything the knights can do for you?
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Noel. Can I get you a drink? A non-alcoholic drink, of course.
Oh, no need. We didn't come here to drink. I wanted to ask if there's been anyone causing any trouble in the tavern lately.
Troublemakers? Let me think. Actually, there was one.
Oh, really?
It's that guy drinking at the table over there. Payne. He keeps ordering refills of our strongest drink, Death Afternoon. Look how he's wobbling. If he passes out drunk, that could spell trouble.
Yes, that certainly sounds like a lot of trouble, although that's not quite what I was asking about. Is there anything in the tavern that has been out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary? Let me think. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is. There are still some empty glasses on the tables upstairs that need clearing away. Must have been left there by the customers this morning. But I am busy with the accounts at the moment, and if I can't find time to clear the tables before the evening crowd arrives, things could get difficult.
Really? Well, that sounds truly terrible. Maybe... Oh, sorry. I couldn't help myself. Mr. Charles, what I was really trying to ask was...
Oh, I know. You wanted to know if you could help out, right? Surely that would be asking too much. I have yet to thank you properly for helping us move those kegs last time, and here you are offering to help again. That being said, we are quite overwhelmed right now, so if it's all the same to you, ma'am, would you mind serving the customers for a while?
Oh, okay then. It seems you are in great need of assistance.
Oh, thanks a million. I'll leave you to serve the customers then. Start by taking this Death Afternoon to Payne, and then maybe you can clear the tables on the second floor? Thanks. I'll leave the tavern in your capable hands.
Wow. So this is what happens when I try to go with the flow. It appears that Captain Kaya's way with words does not come the most naturally to me. But waitressing in the tavern should be a good means of gathering intel, right? It's quite a common motif in the books I've read. I just need to keep my eyes and ears open while I'm helping Charles with the tavern duties. Excuse me, Payne. Here is the drink you ordered.
What? What's that? Oh, yeah, put it to the side. I think I need to sober up. This drink is strong. Oh, I don't feel so good.
Mr. Payne, are you all right? Do you need to take a rest? Let me think. If I'm not mistaken, Captain Kaya would first get his subject drunk before asking them any questions. This appears to be true. We must find another approach. Captain Kaya would probably appear cordial and sincere as a means to convince his subject to lower their guard, would he not? One must start by focusing on the person's individual circumstances and communicate a complete willingness to help. Then slowly move the conversation in the desired direction. Ooh, but how can I offer to help Mr. Payne right here and now? I've got it! Perhaps the dried fruits that I prepared for my exam could help him to sober up. Mr. Payne? Please eat this. It will...
Oh, what's this? Oh, it tastes sweet and sour. Ooh, woof. I do feel slightly better now. Oh, you're Noelle, isn't it? And next to you is...
Mr. Payne? Are you feeling any better? Is there anything you wish to tell me?
Next to you is... It's the Death Afternoon that I ordered, yes. Did you bring this to my table? Thanks, Noelle. This drink is so strong.
Mr. Payne? Mr. Payne? How can this be? Drinking like this is disastrous for one's health. Perhaps. Although, maybe it would be easier if there were a few more customers. Oh, Mr. Charles also asked me to clear the tables on the second floor. If the second floor is filled with customers, perhaps I'll have the opportunity to overhear it.
That was a great drink. Same again, please.
Such a mess. I must clear everything away quickly so that we can serve more customers. Ooh, so many stains. Once the tables are clear, they'll need to be washed with a good detergent.
To handle my booze better.
We're almost done. A clean and tidy environment always brightens my mood. Whew. Finally, all clear. Let's go check in with Charles. Mr. Charles, everything has been dealt with. Is there anything else you need help with?
Wow, already? The customer at the table by the window just ordered a couple of things. Would you mind taking care of them?
Okay, leave it all to me.
Huh. With Noelle here, the tavern feels livelier than ever.
Phew. It's not easy working at a tavern, but at least it's over now. Well done to you, too. Oh, intel. No, I got so caught up with working that I completely forgot we were here to gather intel. What should I do? There are hardly any customers left that I could talk to. Oh, am I so incapable of handling even a simple task like this?
Thanks for all your help today, Noelle. I've been a bartender here for more than a decade, and I've never seen a happier crowd of drinkers than the ones who are here tonight. I can only assume that with you serving the customers, the wine tasted all the sweeter.
I'm quite sure that can't be true. I didn't do anything particularly special.
Customers don't come here purely for the drinks. They come for what the drink represents. Some time to relax after a long day of work. Often customers choose this tavern not just for the quality of the drinks we serve, but also for the great atmosphere. You may not have brewed the wine or even mixed the drinks, but for many customers, service with a smile is what makes the difference between a glass of wine and a great night out. It seems this tavern could do with more than just a single bartender. What we need is some proper waiting staff to really take care of the customers. Perhaps I could convince the boss to hire a server. Anyway, I digress. Thanks again for all your help tonight.
Wow. I'm so glad to know I made everyone so happy. Yes, even though I failed to imitate Captain Kaya, it looks like I was still able to help those in need. Yes, I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Ahem. Sorry to interrupt. I sense that it's probably not the best moment. However, could I ask for one last little favor? Drinking to make merry is all well and good, but passing out drunk in my tavern? That's a pain. Pain ordered 2 more deaths after noon over the course of the night.
I can't give up.
Yes, this should be plenty of bowberries. Oh, pyro slimes. Perfect. They can provide us with another ingredient we need. Pyro slime condensate? Good. Huh. Through here. Far from it. I know it look. There should be a hilly drill camp. Ah, the hilly trills are coming back. Let's see if the Baron Bunny gets their attention. What's going on? They're completely ignoring the Baron Bunny. They're coming this way. Watch out! Oh, it neither attracted their attention. I suppose the conclusion. Oh, maybe I'm not, but I just can't think of every time I've looked forward. Whenever I remember that. Master Jean? How could I ever become someone great like her? Master Jean is a pillar of the Knights of Favonius, and a great source of inspiration to me. If I could gain even 1 or 2 of her qualities, I would be very happy. But the thought of becoming a knight just like her in every way? Oh, I could never achieve that. You think so? I suppose if the goal is set so high that I couldn't hope to achieve it immediately, I won't be too disappointed day to day. But where to start? I can't imagine what I would need to do to become more like Master Jean. Oh, that's true. Master Jean is always lending a hand to citizens in need. So strong, but so gentle, too. I still don't think I can do what Master Jean does, but at least I could start by trying to be gentle like her. Okay, then let's head back to Mondstadt and see if anyone needs help.
I'm sorry, Marjorie. I was focused solely on chatting with Quinn. I didn't see anything else at all. If you're out of other options, maybe you could get help from the Knights? I'm sure if Master Jean heard about it, she'd help you find it in no time.
Thanks. I'll check with a few more people first. If no one has seen it, then I guess I'll just have to ask the Knights.
Alright, well, I hope it turns up soon. Bye now.
Maybe I should just tell the Knights already.
Miss Marjorie, are you in need of assistance?
Oh, Noelle. Since you asked, I seem to have misplaced a monocle that I imported from Sumeru. I was organizing the stock that had just arrived, and because the monocle was so fragile, I took it out, wiped it, and put it aside. But then, I went to get it after I was done with the stock, and it was gone. I've asked around, but no one seems to have any idea where it could be. Anything like this? Well, it's not completely unheard of. You know my store. There are all sorts of exotic items. In the past, I've lost a carved wooden perch and some boneware, but as soon as I reported them missing to the Knights, they were recovered right away.
May I ask, where were the missing items recovered from?
Oh, the wooden perch was mistaken for a real fish by Margaret's cat, and as for the boneware, they eventually found that in a dog kennel somewhere outside the city.
Oh no, we mustn't increase Jean's workload any further. Master Jean's time should be spent on more important things. Miss Marjorie, would you mind letting me help you find the missing monocle? I may not be as efficient as Master Jean, but I will do my very best to help you find it.
Oh, of course that's okay. But isn't asking Noelle the same thing as asking the Knights?
I'd better gather some more information before heading out. As well as confirming some details regarding the monocle itself, we should find out as much as possible from Marjorie about the circumstances under which it went missing.
So, do you have some ideas on where to start? Ask me whatever you want to know. I'll answer to the best of my memory. The missing item. Well, it's a monocle to start with. And since it came from Sumeru, the design should be fairly recognizable. As for other distinguishing features, it's very light and it's very small. I had my head down and I was busy working through the stock. I didn't see anything that was going on around me. But the street is so busy that surely someone would have noticed if it had been Oh, now that you mention it, I do remember hearing some kind of flapping sound. The sound went as soon as it came, and I was focused on checking if anyone had seen anything, so I didn't give it too much thought at the time. Do you think it could be connected? I first heard it behind me, and then it seemed to fade out in a northwesterly direction. Now I wish I'd followed the sound and spoken to people along the way.
Honorary Knight, shall we go ahead in that direction and make some inquiries? Maybe we'll find some clues. Let the show begin.
A missing monocle and a flapping sound?
Excuse me, Glory. Have you heard anything that might be described as a flapping sound in this area recently? Marjorie's monocle has gone missing from her shop. We're trying to look for clues.
Flapping sound? Yes, I think so. I believe it was the sound of a finch flapping its wings. It sounded a lot heavier today than usual, as if it was carrying something.
So, maybe the finch took the monocle back to its nest. Well, I've seen their nests in the past on occasion while I'm cleaning the roof. What do you say we have a look, Traveler? Finally, we have a lead to go on. Thank you, Glory.
You're welcome. May you swiftly recover the lost item by the grace of the Animo Archon.
I will protect you. No, it doesn't seem to be here. We found it! This must be Miss Marjorie's missing monocle. Let's take it back to her right away. I hope we haven't kept her waiting too long.
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Miss Marjorie? Here, we found your monocle.
Wow, you were so quick. How wonderful. I thought I wouldn't be hearing back for a few days yet. Sure. In the past, when I've lost something and asked the Knights for help, it can take them a while to get around to it. After all, the Knights have all sorts of things that they're busy with, big and small. No matter how capable Jean might be, she can't be in two places at once, can she? Thanks to you, Noelle, we don't have to trouble the Knights with every little thing that comes up. Now that I think about it, Noelle is basically like another Jean. In that sense, it really does feel like Jean can be in two places at once.
No, surely you can't be serious. How can I compare to Master Jean? I can only help people with small things, like finding lost property.
Whether it's big or small, it's all the same to us. Noelle, once you've qualified as an official knight, will that mean you don't have time to help us anymore? I, for one, am going to miss you.
No, not at all. If I do become a knight in the future, I will continue to help everyone with their problems.
I was just kidding. Keep up the good work, Noelle. I'm sure everyone in Mondstadt can't wait to see the kind of knight you become.
I will keep working hard.
Thanks again. I suppose I should put this in a secure place this time.
The kind of knight that I become. Oh, do I? Yes. Maybe it's because I'm not afraid anymore. I've never dared to imagine myself as a knight before. I always feared that the higher my expectations, the more disappointed I'll be if I don't live up to them. But let's say I do become a knight in the future. Maybe I will simply continue to do the same things that I'm doing right now. It doesn't matter to me how small these things are or how tiring. I do these things not because I'm a maid, but because of my own will. Yes, there's no need to become someone else, nor worry about failing. As long as I perform better in my next exam than in my previous one, then one day I will become a knight that I can be proud of. A thesis on chivalry. Oh, thank you. I've been busy preparing for the exam is drawing nearer and right. Even though I've already... It's just that I've failed several times in the past. I still don't know if... Study, buddy. This is my exam. Plus, there is still some time to go. But on the day of the... based on the night... But it's just even though there is still some... I've planned my schedule... Well, there's always coffee if I feel sleepy. No, it won't. Did I get too worked up all of a sudden? No. I apologize for letting you see me in such bad shape. I'm okay now. But in the end... Oh, you know, if I don't... Whenever I encounter something... Take some more exam. It's true, but if I can simulate... But where would I even go to take one? The Adventurers Guild? You can get... Well, since it's...
Astra Abyssoth, you wish to take an exam?
Sorry, Miss Catherine.
Oh, Noelle.
No. Right now, I don't have...
I see. Our exams are only However, since you... As it happens, Indeed. You can ask Branchmac. We don't yet know what's included.
It sounds as if I'll have a good chance. Yes, let's!
Hunt down three Oh, it's...
Hello, Mr. Cyrus.
Don't get... But most of them...
That sounds...
Yes, but a few scrapes. Anyway, I already rejected 2 drafts. Evil.
Then, Mr. Cyrus, I am very interested...
Oh? Noelle. That's fantastic.
Yes. Please...
Excellent. First, since adventure, if the traveler is willing. Indeed. Second, there are 3 parts to the exam, which are basic knowledge, survival skills, and a You only need to pass 2 out of 3 parts to succeed in the exam. But of course, Noelle should find she has... And finally... That's a true adventurer. I will ask you 3. Question 1. An adventurer must be well acquainted with their environment to make sure they can obtain any resources they need. Tell me, which of the following local specialties of Mondstadt cannot be found near Wolvendom? Dandelion seeds, calla lilies, windwheel asters, or small lampgrass?
Wolvendom. I remember reading that there are wolf hooks every... No, I must...
Ooh, I'm afraid that's the... On to question 2. An adventurer... There is a famous adventurer who once, thanks to the notes he took of each location that he went, young adventurers are now...
Learning from experience regarding this adventure,
Ooh, what a pity. You were so close, but not quite close enough. Never mind, eh? Last question. Let's have some... All that awaits... Wrong answer. Huh. Was that supposed to be some sort of joke? Are the questions too... Never mind. Don't worry too much. This was just testing your rote learning ability anyway. But be warned. Think now. Go and prepare yourselves. Hunt down three boards. Oh, it's you.
that's it! The Windwheel Aster mostly grows in Storm Terror's lair, at Windrise, and near statues of the Seven. All the others are much more widely found. Mr. Cyrus, our answer is Windwheel Aster.
Correct! There's no fooling you two, eh? On to question 2. An adventurer must always learn from their There is a famous event thanks to the notes he took of each location that he went. Young adventurers are now able to plan...
Learning from experience, writing diaries. It seems like adventuring requires... Regarding this adventurer, I do believe I have read about him. He even made his mark on Dragonspine. Oh, yes, it must be him. Oh, what was his name? That's it! It's rolled!
Correct! I had thought this question would be a little more challenging to adventurers from Mondstadt. Once again, Noel, you never fail to impress. Last question. Let's have some fun with this one. The most terrifying domain for adventurers from Mondstadt. The infamous Windless Land. All that awaits you there is a sea of ashes and the deathly silence in the air. So, what is the name of this taboo territory?
A sea of ashes, a windless land. What could it be?
Correct! Keep this name in mind. Someday, you too will pass through this domain. That's 3 for 3. As expected, these questions were no match for you. But be warned, things start to get a little trickier in the survival skills test. Now, go and prepare yourselves. Meet me at Good Hunter. Okay, let's begin part 2.
Ready and willing, Mr.
Staying well-fed and making sure to prepare sufficient... That's why the second part of the exam is to prepare a food item. Firstly, the ingredients must be... Secondly, preparation. Thirdly, well, the food item in question must be able to help someone in dire straits to bounce back from... So go ahead, cook something full of passion and packed with flavor. Just bring it to me whenever it's ready. Noel, I await your dish with the greatest of anticipation.
Simple and honorary knight? Steak. Good point. In a real emergency, all you'd need is a piece of meat. You wouldn't even need any seasoning. Okay then. Once it's ready, we can always change our minds if we have a better idea. One must be careful not to...
Oh, you're ready. Steak! Steak! Ha ha ha! Hands down the top choice of a true adventurer. Simple ingredients, highly nutritious, and most importantly, all you need to cook it is an open flame. And when it's not an emergency, adding a bit of seasoning makes it even better. Succulent and juicy, crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. The perfect accompaniment to an alcoholic beverage.
Really? If you like it so much, I can always make a few more.
Not at all. I was merely contemplating having a celebratory libation on Noel's behalf. In any case, congratulations on passing part 2 of the exam. Go get yourself ready. Then meet me at Bright Crown Canyon. Ad Astra Abysosk.
Please, begin. I am ready.
Good. Now, the most important skill set for an adventurer is, of course, combat skill. Ferocious monsters, dangerous machines. Only in the heat of battle against your enemy does that surge of adrenaline really kick in. This is the last part of the exam. Defeat the nearby Ruin Guard as quickly as you can. I will be watching from here. Give it all you've got, Noel!
Okay. This time, I am confident I will pass. I'll protect us.
You're in for a little shock. Blitz.
I missed a spot. Steady as stone. I'll catch up.
Don't be such a brute. Let's spark things.
taken an exam in the past, I always get nervous and I can't control it. I know that it's just like in training, but I always end up worrying I might fail. But not this time. This time, it seems I was able to remain calm. Somehow, having you by my side is soothing. It must be because you are here with me that I was able to complete the exam. Thank you. Thank you. On the day of the real exam, if, and I mean only if... Great. Oh, maybe, just maybe, things will be different this time.
Oh, back already? Even the third part of the exam. Now, please allow me to announce the results of your adventurer's entrance examination. You passed with a perfect score. Noelle, you are incredible as always.
Oh, well, it's all because I had an honorary knight by my side.
Without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to officially grant you the title of Adventurer. May your days ahead be filled with adventure, and may you boldly explore the stars above and the abyss below. Ad astra abyssosk! My. I never thought I'd see the day when Noelle would finally come around to the idea of joining the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, Mr. Cyrus, I'm terribly sorry, but actually
There's no need to talk like an outsider anymore. From now on, you can call me Branch Master, and I will call you Adventurer.
I'm very sorry, but I actually wasn't planning to join the Adventurers Guild. I just wanted to take an exam so I could get used to the atmosphere. I thought it might help me better prepare for the Knights of Favonia's selection exam.
You mean... Oh, how can this be? I was just about to recommend you to the perfect adventure team. Why not give it some more thought? Even if you're not ready to be a full-time adventurer, you'd be more than welcome to help out every now and then. Just think of it as... yes. Think of it as part of your exam preparation. You know, if you think about it, adventurers have a lot in common with the knights. Both want to defend Mondstadt.
Exam preparation? Defend Mondstadt?
Yes, precisely. I assure you it won't take up too much of your time. I believe it's only around 4 commissions per day.
4 commissions? Maybe if I can squeeze out some time from my breaks. Oh, if I'm not careful, the urge to accommodate just takes over. I'm sorry, Mr. Cyrus, but I'm afraid that my answer is still...
Please, Noelle, I'm begging you. We need your help.
Well, if my assistance is required... Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Mr. Cyrus. Maybe next time.
hunt down 3... Ooh, on to question 2. There is a famous... Thanks to the notes he took...
Learning from experience regarding this adventure.
Ooh, what a... Last question. All that awaits... Wrong answer. Huh. But never mind. Don't worry too much. But be warned. Now, go and prepare...
Not even one spicy dish.
You're also here for Mondstadt's wine, aren't you?
Okay, let's begin part 2.
Steak? Okay then. We can always change our minds if we have a better...
Today's recommendation is
Oh, you're ready to go? Steak. Simple ingredients. Highly...
Really? If you like it so much, I...
In any case, congratulations. Go get yourself ready. Then...
You seem... tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Ad Astra Abysosk, and welcome.
Let's dance. Let the show begin. Honorary knight! I did it! Not entirely. I know that it's just like, but not this time. Somehow? It must be because you... Thank you. On the day of the real exam. Great.
back already? Even the third part of the... Now, please, you successfully passed the exam! Oh, and you were... But, if even Noel could not get the perfect... Yes, the barrier to entry must be lowered to cater to the newcomers. Then...
I didn't get a perfect score?
Hey now, first things first. Allow me to congratulate you on what was nevertheless, Noel.
Where did I go wrong? Is there any hope for me to improve? If I could start over. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was about to ask...
I do apologize, Mr. Cyrus. I must get back to my exam. If I don't review my mistakes, I will only repeat them the next time I run into the same problem. It seems I still have lots to learn. I will head back to the library now and continue studying.
Noel, you already passed your exam. What do you need to study for? Sure, you made a few mistakes, but this... I see. I hope my exam hasn't affected... How can I get the exam to the right difficulty level? I should go back to the...
Mustn't fall asleep. Oh, sorry, I zoned out a little. I didn't notice you there. I've summarized my experiences from the mock exam and created a new reading list. Getting to know Mondstadt's geography and a 1-minute history of adventuring in Mondstadt. Oh, there's so much I can learn from them. And then there's eating well in Mondstadt. I never realized there were so many ways to cook in the wild. Oh, and also self-defense. The art of down-to-earth dialogue with monsters. The combat approach of adventurers is definitely worth further study. The only thing is, there's so much to get through. Will I really be able to finish them all? But, what if this is the one time they do come up? What then? What if they ask me how to rescue an adventurer? Or how best to collaborate with the Adventurers Guild? If I neglect these topics now, I may live to regret it later. It looks like every second I have between now and my exam is going to count.